Oh, once again, we're live, and it's so good to be live. I mean, my goodness, we haven't done a little podcast and check-in for a little while. Hopefully, they're going to resume soon. It's all just been so busy, but we've got the lovely Marian on today. How are you?
Hi, Divina Kate. I'm very fine. It's really good to see you.
Oh, I'm so happy that you agreed to pop back on to the show because, um, I know a little bit about your story, and I think it's really important that people understand what challenges can come up when we want to step forward on the path and go to Healers Academy. We're talking about Healers Academy in particular. And it's so interesting because you make everything look so easy and with a smile on your face and, and all the rest of it. But really, I know you've worked really hard to be able to come to Healers Academy or wherever it is and overcoming challenges. So I was wondering if you might share a little bit about that. And, number one, why did you want to go to Healers Academy? Number two, when you were faced with those challenges, what drove you to keep going? And then was it worth it?
Yeah. Wow. So at first, when the light is coming in, I experienced it's hitting resistance within me, and it's hitting the maybe darker spots I haven't looked at so deeply within me. And this definitely happened when I wanted to go to Healers Academy. And the reason why I wanted to go is because I wanted to know more and I was super interested even before Healers Academy in energy healing. And I felt like it is kind of my nature and easy for me to be empathetic, and people kind of trusted me and told me their life stories, and I got into healing in a natural way. And then I was interested in energy healing, and I already did energy work. And I felt Healers Academy will go deeper in a way. And also my guide, Philip, he encouraged me to make this step. And I felt drawn to. And when I wanted to go to Healers Academy, it was not easy for me. So, and even if I'm smiling a lot, there was a lot of pain behind these smiles, because I got really faced um, with moments of challenges in this time. So at first, I had no clue how should I get the money for this. I had no clue. At this moment in my life, like 600 euros to manifest it, it was a lot for me. And Healers Academy, this was a bigger chunk of money, and I had like no clue because there was Healers Academy, hotels, and so on, the flights, and I was like in shock, and I couldn't move really forward, and I had to overcome my fears of asking for help, because at this moment in time I thought I could do everything on my own. And I managed this in my life in a way, but Healers Academy brought me to the point where, well, if I want to expand, I need to overcome something here. And for instance, I asked for help for friends if they have ideas. How could I get this money for Healers Academy? And more ideas were coming in, and with that, opportunities. And just with the opportunities, the possibilities came in, and it worked out. So a few days before Healers Academy, I had all the money, and journey could start.
Amazing, Marian. That's just a wonderful example of how an initiate, when they apply, the tools and the magic and just applying, okay, let's put this out to a wider audience. And then you created what it is that you wanted from those possibilities. I love that. And it's so interesting because Healers Academy is a big step in many senses for our own healing as well as others. So of course that has to be that, that push, that challenge for us to get over, to really want it. So you actually experienced that really early on in the process. Some people experience a little bit later, but tell us, when you got there, what was Healers Academy really like?
Yeah, well, the moment when I went on the plane, like I really felt this energy coming in already, and I could really feel the hierarchy with me, supporting me on every step. And it was this Harry Potter Hogwarts feeling. I have my ticket, and now it's all going to happen. And when I was there, it was huge. Like, so many trained people from the panel, and even this was so stunning for me because there were a lot of people. They were holding so much light and so much strength and so much power, and even just to be in their presence was doing something with me. And even before the teachings had started, I felt like I'm growing in the space. And then there were these 5 days of Healers Academy, and every day felt like a year or something. It was like, I have not expected that it will be so healing for me. And everything and task we did felt so, I had to be so focused. Like it's hard for me to put it into words, but there were special moments when I received my wand, for instance. Like, I have never experienced something like that. Like this moment when I received my wand and I put it onto my heart, my whole body got warm, and I felt like I'm connecting with a piece of myself, and I had no clue that this was one, and had such a was such a piece and puzzle piece for my life.
Oh, thank you for explaining that, because it is very special. And we do have an expert panel at every Healers who have all walked through and been where everybody else is sitting, so they all genuinely are rooting for them and want them to do well and support them. So I found that such a loving environment personally for me, and also serving on Healers Academy, from both ends. It's wonderful. We're almost out of time, but could you tell us briefly, how has Healers Academy impacted your life since you went?
In a way, like, first, I met beautiful people at Healers Academy who trained together with me, and I have new friends in London. London became like my second home. Like, even I'm here on a travel in Germany, and look what, like, can you see that? London, and
I love it.
it's everywhere. And it opened the door for higher trainings and teachings, and this is tremendous what has just opened up in my life, and getting to spend more time with people like you, Divina Kate, or with the Divinas, and being in training with in the higher teachings is just a game changer. And also my healing practice, which existed, just got a new whoosh, and people were just coming out of invisible areas into my healing practice. Just, I don't know how they get in, from an email I received and a website which I haven't been used for years. They just figured it out and came through that, and people just walking in, and Yeah, so there's a bigger support from the hierarchy, and it it gave a whoosh for my life.
Oh, thank you, Marian. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing your journey. I know we're going to get you back on because we want to be talking about sacred geometry and astral travel and all those other classes. So I'd love to get your take on that. So thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Cool, Divina Kate. Thank you so much.
And Marian, are people I know you're accepting clients, so your email, they can just email you or face
Yes,
website?
yes. I have an Instagram which is Marian .Barnow, and it's also my website marianbarnow.com. And I'm in Germany. I'm in Berlin, and yeah, that's how people can find me.
Great. Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.